What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. So look, check it out. So before I get in this video, I'm gonna show y'all another clip. Because I feel like at some point of this video is gonna apply. You know, I feel like it's definitely gonna apply. Just seeing what their title is, but definitely, like I said, if y'all gotta skip to the part, it's always people in my comments saying that y'all gotta skip to the parts. To where not talk, so that y'all don't have to hear them talk. If y'all got to, I don't blame y'all. Let's jump right into this.
Who said he's not ruling out the possibility of running for a third term, saying, I'm not joking, there are methods which you could do it with. How? And reporters...
She says how, but Obama does it. You know what I'm saying? Obama did it, but she says how. Come on now.
Asked him more about it later on Air Force One. Take a look.
You said you were not joking about a third term, about possibly wanting a third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January 20th?
I'm not looking at that, but I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way a fourth term, because the other election, the 2020 election was totally rigged.
The Constitution limits a president to 2 terms. Is it your understanding that they have to be...
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just telling you, I have had more people say, please run again. They said, we have a long way to go before we even think about that.
Look, the thing is, everybody's sitting there laughing, of course, because it's The View, and their audience, literally, they probably got a sign that says laugh, of course, snicker, do it, whatever they doing. But I ain't gonna lie, I see people that's in my comments all the time, you know, and if, I don't know if y'all probably haven't seen a YouTuber studio, but when you get on YouTube studio for a YouTuber, there's a bunch of comments. They show your like recent comments, and then you click on the video and it shows you a whole bunch of comments. That's why sometimes I don't get to respond to everybody, because not only are there comments on the 2 videos that I posted out of, you know, because I post every day 1 to 2 videos. There's comments from, it can be from a year ago, from 6 months ago. So there's always comments, you know, that's coming in. But I always have comments, and I always see that people say that they wish that Trump can be president again. A lot of people that don't even vote, that haven't even voted for Trump, don't even support Trump, but now they do, or now that they seeing what's going on with Trump right now, I feel like a lot of people are understanding and seeing, you know, that, you know, in this whole third term thing, people are saying that because they haven't seen not one Democratic leader. They haven't seen nobody else, you know, I ain't gonna say in both parties, because they, you know, it's obviously others that people like, but as far as the Democratic Party, you don't really see anybody that can step up to the plate and, you know, be for real, be a leader about it, you know, and willing to talk, willing to, you know, share ideas and figure out, you know, nothing. As far as anybody else go, you know, you have people talk about Vivek, you have people talk about JD Vance, you have people talk about, you know, these, you know, but at the same time, people are looking at the simple fact that Trump is, you know, he definitely was the right pick, you know, to be president of the United States, me personally. And obviously, a lot of America thinks the same way, seeing how he won by a landslide. But you have The View here that makes jokes and think that everything is funny and have to, you know, put Trump in most of their titles just so they can get views and stay relevant.
Is he actually planning on this, or is this just another way to take the headlines away from all the other messes his administration is actually dealing with right now?
Well, you know, I actually think that he is so enamored of Putin and so enamored with power that he wouldn't mind being king, you know, with the crooked crown. I don't know that it's something that can ever be accomplished, because we know that FDR historically had 4 terms. And so they ratified the 22nd Amendment in 1951, making sure that a president could only run 2 terms, consecutively or non-consecutively. So in order to really legally do this, he would probably have to change the 22nd Amendment, and that would you would need like 34 states, three-fourths states to ratify that. So I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Right.
That doesn't mean he's not going to try.
Yeah.
Well, look, no matter how insane, stupid, harebrained, and lawless, I think something.
Bro, then just like the last time we looked at the View that they were talking about name calling and bashing and this, that, and the other, but she just called that man stupid. Called him out his name. These are the same people that always talk about not name calling, not bashing one another, everybody being nice, but y'all just hear what she just said? I mean, come on.
And lawless, I think something he says might be. I have learned the lesson of taking him seriously.
Yes.
But what was interesting.
She's still mad, I think, about the whole Venezuelan thing, I think. Honestly. I really feel like she's never going to let that go. I really feel like she's never going to let that go. And it's sad just for the simple fact, like, Trump said what he was going to do, regardless, coming into the White House. Literally, it's been saying things. One of those things, was definitely immigration, another crime. Both, with them being immigrants and crime, it's crime. That's why they're in that prison right now. But you have Anna Navarra that's sitting here defending those men that have been in this country and then did many things, for the simple reason on why they're in that prison right now. But she's sitting here defending them.
Interesting is this was a hot topic for all of us, and none of us picked it this morning because we're all on to him. He is the distractor in chief.
Yep.
And so he doesn't want us to keep talking about Signalgate, which is a real threat to national security. And every day more details are revealed that show us how incompetent and reckless his national security team is. He doesn't want us to talk about the way he is tanking the stock market with his imbecilic tariffs. What he's calling Liberation Day should be called Hypertension Day because it's going to give us all a heart attack. He doesn't want us to talk about Andre, the 30-year-old gay hairdresser, Venezuelan, who without any due process, just because he had a tattoo that said mom with a crown and dad with a crown, was grabbed and disappeared to the hellhole in El Salvador. He doesn't want us to be talking about any.
Bro, they clearly seen those tattoos. If y'all go look on X, y'all can see the tattoos that those men have and the gang symbols in this. They defend, man. I'm telling
those
y'all,
things.
Yeah.
And he wants us to be talking about this.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think he likes that behind closed doors, supposedly, J.D. Vance and some others called for Waltz to be removed due to this action. They also have some new reporting coming out in the Wall Street Journal today that there were more conversations that were potentially confidential happening on this Signal app. So I do think the distraction is big, but I would also just warn that the more important thing before any attempt at rewriting our Constitution would be the local elections that happen before then. And so it's easy to kind of be distracted by what he throws out there, but there are some really pivotal elections happening. And
what do you mean?
One of the reasons they pulled Elise Stefanik's name out is there was going to be a delay in her seat and they didn't want to lose the House. So there's stuff happening on the ground and Republicans have proven to be ahead of that. They're more of chess players. So I would make sure that Democrats don't get distracted by the crazy and they keep their eyes on the ground, the local.
That they don't get distracted by the crazy. Have y'all been following up and seeing what's going on with the Democrats right now? I mean, I'm just being 100. We've been discussing and looking at different things that's going on with Jasmine Crockett, and it's not good. Let me tell y'all that it's not good at all. I'm gonna start off by saying that. Let's go to the simple fact of you got Tim Walz. Let's go with who else can we go with? I can go on and on when it comes down to the Democrats. You got Hakeem Jeffries couldn't even answer a question. A reporter Charles Downs had to ask. Like you have so many people, so many Democrats that literally, obviously, the View even had a title, basically of who can lead the Democratic Party. They don't even know who is leading the Democratic Party. They don't even know who the face of the Democratic Party is. They don't have none of that. But she wants to call, the right crazy. She wants to call. I don't understand that. I'm really not understanding that. Sometimes you just gotta just own up to the fact that what's real. And they clearly giving a whole bunch of fake.
That really changed things.
I will say shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana because Louisiana had a special election this weekend, and all 4 of these proposed amendments died there. And so Louisiana came out, the black community really came out, 37% early voting. Shout out to Cliff Albright for organizing.
I don't care what nobody say, bro. Sonny Hostin always has to bring in race when it comes to every single thing, bro. The black community came out. You have to say that. You can just say the people came out. I feel like this will forever be a thing when it comes to people unless people wake up and realize what's actually going on and stop with this listening to the black community is coming out and doing the black community, but the white community is doing this and Asian community. When you talking so much, division, what do you think the outcome is going to be? I'm telling you.
On the ground there. So I think Sarah's right. The local elections are really where it's at right now.
Well, I think everybody's aware. God knows they've been given enough information of what to do, but you haven't said anything.
Well, I was just going to say, the 22nd Amendment is no joke. And even if you somehow were to bypass the constitutional process and try to run again, there's just no evidence I see that Donald Trump is going to leave in 4 years at 82, so popular that the public's like, never mind, let's keep him another 4 years. Yeah. That's just not what we do in America. We tend to be change elections in a change electorate. But I do...
Man, I'm going to tell you one thing for certain. When I tell y'all the love for Trump is strong, the love for Trump is strong, bro. I don't care what nobody. So coming 4 years, I can just tell y'all for a fact, and I probably got people that agree that if possible, Trump do it again. And people would support it. Me personally, I would. I don't care. I would. You're gonna have ups and downs. That's the thing. With Trump, in the administration, you're going to have ups and downs regardless, any administration that's going in there. With the Biden-Kamala administration, I'm going to tell y'all one thing. It was a lot of downs. It was a lot of downs, bro. I can't even say that because I can't even really think of a up. I can't think of a up. I cannot think of a up, yo. In the Biden administration. Can't think of it. I don't know. Me personally. But when it comes to people that supporting Trump, it's strong. So I don't know.
That he's got this way of dangling things like this out there like catnip so that certain corners of the media bite on it and they cover it. And I saw this leading a lot of networks today. Yeah. Instead of the fact that in 48 hours, tariffs are going to go into effect that are going to cost all of us a lot of money. I've got a graphic I want to pull up. This is Fox News. 69% of Americans believe that tariffs are going to make the cost of goods more expensive. A plurality of economists, left, right.
Okay, so check this out right quick.
All right. Are you a big Trump guy?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Well, when he was president, I had money in my pocket, gas in my car, was able to feed my wife and myself on $100 a week. Now it's $300. Gas is out of sight, over $4 a gallon. I'm retired twice. I had to go back to work to pay for medication.
Okay, and kind of no matter where we are in the country, you hear that. It's about immigration, inflation, and crime. Those are topics that Trump says he's going to talk about when he gets up on that stage tonight for the rally over there at Temple University. He expects to have a pretty big crowd for an area in Philly.
Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what was said again, so everybody knows.
Are going to go into effect that are going to cost all of us a lot of money.
To make it make sense.
A graphic I want to pull up. This is Fox News. 69% of Americans believe that tariffs are going to make the cost of goods more expensive. A plurality of economists, left, right, and center, agree. It is really a small fringe minority that says this is going to bring down consumer costs. Yeah. And that's what he was elected on. He was not elected to take Greenland. He was not elected to take Canada and make it the 51st state. It was to bring down the cost.
So she named two things. She named two things about taking Canada and doing in Greenland. Okay. Y'all just heard what that Fox News reporter just said. those 3 top things, that Trump said he was going to do. First of all, let's back it up a little bit. That graph showed basically voters, what they believe. Let's start there. What they believe. Me personally, like I just said, there's going to be ups and downs, and I trust Trump and the Trump administration of what they're doing right now. I definitely do. Obviously, this is something that takes time. This is also something that, I can definitely say. So I want to make this. I don't want to mess nothing up. I don't want to say nothing that I can't say on here. I feel like, me personally, when it comes down to people, because you have people talking about how it'd be more expensive, 69% of registered voters. There's a difference between having the facts there and, okay, well, I'm about to listen to this person and believe what this person is. All that you get from The View is, I think this will happen. I believe this will happen, but I think that you don't know until it's actually done. I'm gonna say that first. The second thing that I want to talk to y'all about, when it comes down to Alyssa saying that, not making sense. Trump, there's 3 things that Trump was big on. It was crime, inflation, immigration. Crime. Let's start off by that. They have a problem with that. Mind you, this is stuff that has been talked about through his whole campaign. They have a problem with that. When it comes down to inflation, obviously, that's, getting worked on. Immigration, again, they have a problem with that. Regardless of what Trump is doing, good or bad, they're going to find a reason to talk him down. You know what I mean? To bash him, to do anything and everything to make him look, dumb, or make him look. And I'm just being real. They're going to do anything to be disrespectful and hateful, bro. Like, regardless of what I'm trying to say to y'all. So regardless of what Alyssa is putting up, they love to put these graphs up and these so-called stats that they have. But then when it's the real coming out and they'll say something that, oh, I think this will happen, or I believe, and this person said that, they never put it up. Never put it up. But now they're ready to put on what the American people think will happen. It's crazy.
Elected on. He was not elected to take Greenland. He was not elected to take Canada and make it the 51st state. It was to bring down the cost of living because everything's too expensive for Americans. So if he keeps going the way he is, I don't think we even have to worry about this because I don't think people are going to be interested in a further time. But I think if I'm...
But 4 years, y'all. Think about that. 4 years. People been talking about the cost of living, how things were high, how this, how that, how this, immigration. You had Chicago saying stuff. You had New Yorkers saying stuff. People in Texas saying stuff. Over those 4 years, the crime rates going up, this, that, and the other, over the 4 years. But one thing about it, when it came to The View, they never once spoke about that when it was with the Biden administration. Trump is doing everything he can, bro. He ain't even been in there long, bro. It's only March. And they want this man to just turn everything around, bro. It's not going to work like that, bro. And they know that. They just have to open up their mouths and say, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, what has been 2 months? Literally a couple months. They got something to say. It's insane to me.
Vance, who thinks, oh, I'm the heir apparent, I'm going to be the next Republican presidential candidate, I'd be like, oh, this is a little insulting. Like, he's just, he is not teeing it up for me. He's giving me the worst jobs to do.
You guys remember when Republicans used
I love J.D. Vance. I don't know what they're talking about, but I do.
To say that at 82, Joe Biden was too old to run?
Yeah.
I mean, because, when we look at...
Bro, nobody said Joe... Okay, so there were people obviously saying that Joe Biden was too old to run. But it was more so of what his health. It was more so of Joe Biden's health. You know what I mean? I've seen some. Look at how old is Joy Behar? And she ain't got no sense, but I'm saying that she has. She up there with Biden. Joy Behar is 82 years old. Her birthday, she'll be 83 this year. And they talking about Trump. How old is Trump? 78. Joy Behar, 82. So it ain't really an age thing, y'all. Even though that Joy Behar don't have that common sense and this, that, you know, we talked about Joe. But Biden, his health is not there. You had him falling, not remembering things. And I'm not talking about, I'm just saying, like, what was really out there. Like, things that was really going through, you know, his head, you know, just, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all understand how he was acting, and it's sad. I'm not even gonna lie. It's sad, just seeing the stories on how he was, you know, I would say pushed, you know, to do, you know, certain things, you know, allegedly. But I don't know. I look at it, and you got Anna Navarra saying that Trump be 82. And Biden was too old to run. It's not about that at all. And they know that. But then again, they feed their audience lies.
Donald Trump, we all think, picture of great health. He really is going to be doing great at 82. He's actually going to be older than Joe Biden. He's going to be the oldest president at 82 and 7 months when he leaves office than anybody else. And I don't understand how anybody graduated from Wharton Business School and thinks that tariffs are paid by the foreign country. No, you idiot. They are paid by consumers, by Americans buying things.
So she's calling. You can call them idiot and call them stupid, but they're people that, you know, you shouldn't bash anybody. You shouldn't talk about anybody. Man, get out of here with that, bro. I'm telling y'all, this show is ridiculous. This show is absolutely ridiculous.
Again, I've been saying this for a while. I'm going to say it again. Do not wait for the politicians to get themselves together. It is up to us. Get out there and vote. You don't like what's happening? Then stop what's happening. Stop it. Get out there and stop it. You know? Everybody says, oh, I feel so helpless. Well, you're not helpless. Yeah. You're not helpless. There's a woman I read about this morning whose school decided they were no longer going to teach Black history. She decided that wasn't a good idea, so she is teaching Black history on Saturdays at the library.
Oh.
Bro, it gets worse and worse, bro. What did she just say?
School decided they were no longer going to teach Black history. She decided that wasn't a good idea, so she is teaching Black history on Saturdays at the library.
Oh.
You can.
Man, listen. I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about that. I'm going to be real. I feel like growing up, my parents had they had you know, talked to me about, you know, that stuff. And obviously I come from a Democratic family. I've said it many, many times. Still Democrats. My mom, my dad, you know, my nana. I got a couple family members that support Trump, but not many. A few. The whole Black history thing, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all on how I feel about that. I'm probably gonna get hate, but hey, I don't care. I feel like that should be something that, obviously, if your parents want to talk to you about, you know, that's more something that parents should talk to you about when it comes to Black history. In schools, I feel like you should talk about history, no matter what race, no matter, I don't care, Asian history, Black history, white history, whatever history it is, you know, that has to apply to what you actually need to learn, what actually need to go on. I feel like me and my girl was just talking about this. I mean, I feel this way because I feel like there's a lot of other things that need to be taught in schools instead of this whole, and I'm not just talking about Black history. I'm talking about just division in whole. I feel like, you know, because with the LGBTQ, that whole thing, when it's teachers teaching, you know, I feel like there's way more things that, and that's exactly why our girls are homeschooled. They're being homeschooled. You know, just because of that. And of course, you know, there's sports and, you know, different things, you know, Rennie wanting to get in gymnastics, stuff like that, you know, to interact with other little girls. But as far as school, homeschool, just for the simple fact that, you know, there are schools that's out here that literally do things. And by all means, I'm not shutting it down to where that lady can't do it. If she wants to go do it at a library, hey, the parents are okay with that and do that. If that's okay with the parents, then that's one thing. That's that. But at the same time, I just look at the simple fact, bro. Like, there's a lot of other things that kids need to be taught. Like I said, me and my girl was just talking about this because I didn't get to learn how to write in a checkbook. From school. I didn't get to learn I'm talking about real things that apply to life. I didn't get to learn a lot of those things when it came to school. So when you got these ladies sitting here talking about Black history, that's one thing, but I feel like that's something that obviously, I don't know. It's not something that is, and I'm not saying like, just forget about it. Like I said, history is history, regardless of any race. I feel like, it's history. It's something that definitely is something that you learn in school. We had history and stuff like that, but I can't say that I'm rocking with that. I'm really not rocking with that. Whatever school that is, I definitely want to see on really why, and I feel like if it's the reason because that's something that there's more to learn, I definitely support that, because I feel like there's a lot of other things that should be taught in schools rather than, I ain't gonna call it BS, but I feel like it's stuff that really shouldn't be in schools. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just stuff that, I don't know. I don't really know how to say it because I don't want to be mean or nothing. You know what I mean? Because history is history. I feel like you definitely need to know, different things when it comes down to history, but I feel like it's more of like a division thing when it comes to these ladies and what they talk about. So I definitely gonna be looking more into that. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Me personally, like I said, I don't have a problem with history, Black history, but I feel like all in all, there's a lot of other things that these kids need to be taught rather than all these extra things. Me personally, but that's just me. I don't know. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.